Hey guys, this is Moneybags here, and today this is part 2 of our reaction to March 27th, 2017. That's today's Channel 1 news broadcast. So, part 1 we watched part 1 of the broadcast. Healthcare bill pulled, internet privacy repealed. Now we're watching part 2, famine crisis hits South Sudan. So let's see what's about to go down. It's 3 minutes and 41 seconds as well, just like the last one, if you guys remember. I know I said 42, but it's actually 41. Anyway, let's get into it. Okay, what the frick was that about? Cast this on Facebook and Instagram. You can't see the picture, but
Most of us eat what we want, when we want. In fact, in America, you probably see more stories on the news about people eating too much fast food, or sugar, or meat.
Asia's so true, but on the other side of the world in Africa, millions of people are facing starvation, maybe even death if they can't get food soon enough. And it's happening not because of some natural disaster, but mostly because of man-made wars. 11-year-old James Abel is so weak. He walks like an old man. His thin legs look like they'll break every time he takes a step. "My parents are dead," is the only thing he said when he arrived at the Al-Sabah Children's Hospital in South Sudan 3 weeks ago. Head nurse Betty Achung says James is severely traumatized after watching his parents being shot in front of him. He barely eats the food he so desperately needs.
He cries and he says he wants the mother and the father.
Abel is just one of the victims of South Sudan's 3-year civil war. And now there's a new weapon: starvation. South Sudan is located in Africa. It's the world's newest nation because in 2011, South Sudan split from Sudan and became its own country. That marked the end of one civil war that killed 2 million people. But soon after, another civil war started. More than half of the country, over 7 million people, have had to leave their homes because of the fighting. And now, the majority of them are starving. It's not just happening in South Sudan. The crisis has hit 4 countries, a total of more than 20 million people, including nearly 2 million in Nigeria, 3 million in Somalia, and 14 million in Yemen. The fighting is so bad in Yemen that aid can't even...
Aren't those 4 of the countries that Trump put a ban on? So that people from those countries couldn't enter America? Pretty sure.
Even get in. It's being labeled the worst food crisis in over 3 decades. What's worse, officials say children are being hit the hardest. A whole generation is at risk.
Children are dying because of man-made, conflict-affected disasters. In 2017, that's shameful.
The United Nations says it has just 2% of the $5.6 billion it needs to prevent disaster. Millions could die and cause the region to fall further into chaos.
We pray to God to alleviate the suffering. Equally, we are asking the humanitarian agencies to help us.
Celebrities and athletes are working to help get much-needed food to the people in this area. Asking to...
Really? You asked Colin freaking Kaepernick? Oh my gosh. If you guys don't know, which you probably do because it's on the radio and CNN Student News. Well, CNN 10 now, but you know what I mean. Colin Kaepernick sat down, sorry. I don't know why I said stood down, but anyway, Colin Kaepernick sat down on a bench while the national anthem was playing during the game. And now he's one of the athletes trying to help Africa reclaim food. Why?
Turkish Airlines, the only airline flying into Somalia, to charter a flight and deliver food with the hashtag Turkish Airlines Help Somalia.
We can help create the change. We can help be the change.
These people are family.
Kaepernick! Don't say that after you sat down during the freaking national anthem! Sorry. It's just that... Not supporting our country doesn't mean you can go help another country with starvation issues.
Families and people like us who are just trying to survive, and maybe we can help them.
The campaign proved successful as Turkish airline leaders agreed to fly in 60 tons of humanitarian aid to Somalia today, hopefully helping provide a little bit of short-term relief to a long-term and ongoing problem. Keith Kosinski, Channel 1 News.
Thanks, Keith. And if you're wondering how you can help, we have an impact post on channel1.com that shows how you can get involved, from things like donations to making the issue known using your social media presence. So check that out. All right, after the break, a next big thing that takes views to another level.
JK, that one was only 3 minutes and 40 seconds. Why do people do that? Just why? Until next time, this is Moneybag saying goodbye, and see ya in part 3.